Because even though you
All
tell the
right.
people to do it, it still doesn't happen. It's just like Matt Damon appearing on Jimmy Kimmel. It doesn't happen.
One, you have to wonder if Bob Barker ever got people to spay and neuter their pets. So
That's right. He tried every day for
day.
years. I mean,
help control the pet
decades.
population.
Yes.
Spay and neuter your pets.
Yes. Whether it worked, we don't know. We know
I'm
that.
going to say not because there's 7 million cats that live in the neighborhood that are not ours or live in the house. So
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for us tonight.
yeah, I think that's all we've got. But
Jason's going to go reinstall his computer.
again,
I'm
I
going to
just did it.
do a breathing treatment and go to bed.
Well, I may not have to reinstall it. It may just been a bad kernel upgrade. We'll
Okay.
see.
Oh,
Wait, I have a question. Okay, let's see. Maybe we have an answer, Alex.
I hope so.
Easiest question ever.
Oh, boo,
Oh,
Alex. Let's ban him. Ban him. He's banned.
Jeez.
Oh, for shame.
Yes, for sure.
Amused with yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. But stop this recording.
Okay.
Ouch. Royce, that was harsh. Oof.
Melanie, I put that sticker up because that was the one after you said I do a breathing treatment, but I used it for responding to Alex Hall. She's near death, ladies and
Not
gentlemen.
better.
She makes it through the whole week, Tom, and then you kill her.
That's right. No.
Alex says now my feelings ache.
I've never heard that said, but all right. Yeah.
All right.
Rest
Well,
in
and
Linux install.
Jason and I might not be around too much tomorrow.
No, tomorrow is Melanie's birthday, and the day before Noah's birthday, and we're having a party, and it's just going to be kind of a messy day for us. So that'll conflict with a bunch of meetings we're supposed to normally have. But
Yeah, we got to figure that out too.
Happy
Sounds unavailable.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hold on. Birthday, dear Melanie. Happy birthday to you. There you go.
It's the first time I've ever had someone drinking a martini sing happy
That's
birthday
true.
to me. Thank you for that, Tom.
That
was
was
good.
my Sinatra birthday. Had to stop and take a drink.
Okay. That's right. That's right.
make sure you get refreshed with your martini.
Oh, trust me, I will. There's no doubt about that.
I don't doubt you, sir.
Late night might get entertaining.
It might.
But Jason and I will be competing for the face down on the keyboard, but for different reasons. Jason will be reinstalling the
You
Linux
know-
kernel. I'll have a martini too many and be like,
I've never actually planted my face on the keyboard. It's usually just I look like I'm no longer.
Yeah,
with us,
he's usually like this.
slumped over. So
cool.
All right.
all right. Well, I'll go try to rescue my Manjaro install, and I'll leave you to your martini.
See you, Tom.
Have a good
All right,
one.
everybody, have fun on the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get more entertaining than that, does it? I mean, you could be out on a hot date tonight. You could be, in an important family gathering, joking with people. But no, you're sitting here watching the DYOR Media Network and the great content that you get out of that. A lot of times we sit here and talk about all the fine minutia of crypto and that type of stuff, and other times we just talk smack. And I have a feeling that tonight is going to be the talk smack night. If we can get Wes on here to talk about the markets and stuff like that, that will be great. as he provides a lot of good stuff as it, because he spends, when he's supposed to be working in the IT department and solving all the problems for his company, he's actually surfing the news on the internet and making small futures trades, shorts and longs, and then bringing the results of that to us to talk about. So hopefully we'll have Wes on here in a little bit. For the rest of you, you've got me for a while here to talk about stuff. Oh, look, we got the my Twitter comments thing is working. I can't even believe it. I can't believe it. That means we have viewers on Twitter. All right, someone says, so what's the NFT alpha? I have no idea. I think I'm being trolled. Anyway, so glad to have someone at least watching us on Twitter. We've got, not on Twitter, on Twitch. Amazing. All right, as we get the show started, just give me a few minutes to get organized here after the Jason and Melanie Crypto Coffee Show. Even though it's in the evening, this episode we still call it Crypto Coffee. And I just went ahead and right to the martinis. Alex Hall, I don't even have Twitter. Facebook is already overwhelming. Well, if this Telegram isn't overwhelming in itself, then the Facebook and the Twitter are going to be something else. I mean, Telegram is already the sinkhole of the internet, but Twitter is even worse. Saturday morning said, as many of you know, my girlfriend lives in Canada, and I spend time here in Chicago with my kids, who I don't happen to have this weekend, so I'm by myself. And so Saturday mornings, you get to sleep in, right? And so what do you do on Saturday mornings? You troll people on Twitter, and oh man, I had some fun with some people this morning. And I won't go into what the topics were, because some of them are, to some people, controversial. To others, they're normal topics. Nothing to do with war in Ukraine or anything like that. But you spend the morning trolling them in bed, and then after a couple hours, you go back and look at your comments and just see the buffoonery, and you just wonder about the future of the human race. Has no future if the people on Twitter are going to become our leaders. Tis amazing. Well, tonight the plan was to talk about the market, what's going on, to talk about the trade shows that are going on in Miami, the two trade shows, Crypto World and the BTC trade show. Talk DYOR and DBT. If Disco or Carmen pop up to talk about who is in the finals here for the DBT. I should know this stuff because I've been doing the AMAs for them, but I currently don't. That would be great. And the things we talked about in the DYOR in Coffee with Jason and Melanie. We kind of covered a lot of the things that I wanted to talk about. Anyway, the big things are going on, and one of the reasons why this is important, the crypto shows in Miami are important. If many of you remember that have been around, that are veterans in crypto now, and I don't mean like disco veterans being around forever. I mean veterans that basically FOMO'd into it a year ago when the SafeMoon boom happened, I shouldn't say that the SafeMoon boom caused anything. They were the result of the market starting to go crazy, and millions of new people came into it. But SafeMoon was the lead kind of DeFi project. The altcoins, everything boomed in crypto about a year ago. And as a result, everything that was in the Binance chain, which was brand new, BNB was trading at $25. and SafeMoon launched at, whatever BNB was, then like 25, 30, 40, 50 bucks, something like that. And then BNB boomed for two reasons. One, everyone was coming into crypto, and two, like literally every person on the planet, 2 million people were buying BNB in order to buy SafeMoon. And so it just rocketed the price right up to $600. Thus, the price of SafeMoon went crazy. And it drew a number of people, millions of people into crypto, including myself. That's how I got into crypto in the first place. As many of you have heard over time, my son famously told me in 2013 or 14 to buy Bitcoin, and I poo-pooed him as it was a too risky investment. And had I done it, I would be very retired and very wealthy at this point. But I didn't. And so the next time he came to me and said, Dad, I haven't talked about this in a number of years, but you should buy SafeMoon. And I did. And of course, I got in early and it went up like crazy. And I sold some and made a little bit of money, but mostly I wrote it down. And I wrote it down because this is where doing the Dave Chappelle thing where you do the long story to link it back at the end. It all started at this crypto show that the boom was going on there during the week. Literally this week, a year ago, SafeMoon did I won't say a 10x, but 20 or 30x, maybe a 50x. I can't tell, but it went absolutely crazy. And then SafeMoon, they got to SafeMoon Sunday and decided to do their AMA, and the famous AMA in which it made everybody sell happened. And it was the weekend that you realized that, wow, crypto's a great investment, but wow, is it fickle. And the fickleness was because the CTO, Chief Technical Officer for SafeMoon, very famous guy by the name of Papa, got on camera. He's already kind of an odd fellow on camera anyway, but he was stoned off his ass and totally out of his mind partying, which is fine. People can do that. That's fine. But representing your company and your project, it made a lot of very wealthy investors sell, and their project because of this one AMA, just a single AMA, about an hour and 20 minutes online. SafeMoon lost $1 billion. $1 billion. That's right, $1 billion. And it was amazing. Now, also, if you recall, a week before, or maybe not even a week before, maybe 3 or 4 days before, I don't remember, they had that account War on Rugs famously call them out as a total scam, and that they were going to rug at any moment, and they didn't, and the War on Rugs thing was wrong, and it caused a lot of people to sell off, but SafeMoon came right out right away, and they literally burned $250 million worth of LP tokens. Got back on the air and said, no, we're a legit project, all this type of stuff. But the very next AMA, when the SafeMoon guys came on, and their CTO just had a poor performance, and we understand it. Not everybody is ready for becoming fantastically wealthy and being on camera at the same time, so we get it. But it caused $1 billion to sell off on the market cap in a period of, I'd say, about 4 hours, something like that. It was amazing. And I didn't sell then. I didn't. I should have, but it was at I don't know how many zeros it was, but it was at the equivalent of 10, and it sold off to 7. Recovered just a touch, and then it went down to 5, and I sold right around 5, and now it's trading at 1 or 0.09 from what it was. It's unfortunate, but that's not the point. SafeMoon's done a great job in turning everything around with their business. Their price might not have recovered, but they've got their SafeMoon swap, got their SafeMoon wallet, they're building their exchange, and that project's moving along well. But the point is that a year ago, this trade show that the guys and gals from DBT and DYOR go into is a big one and very influential. And it's our expectation that going to a trade show, meet good people, good projects. DBT should meet a lot of projects that will get introduced to the buy and burn party. And DYOR, hopefully, the people will meet good partners for future partnerships or large educational institutional investors that want to invest in us. I don't know, I'm just talking about the potential great things that could happen, not anything that might happen. But trade shows are good like that. So this Crypto World Conference, of which I can't go to, and I would like to go to. I'd like to go and bring the whole DYOR show there, the media network there, and also my my Space Lounge group that I have going on with Carmen and Robert down there to talk and to broadcast and get some news. And just have some good old fun. It's not going to happen this time. And a few days after that is the Bitcoin conference. And the Bitcoin conference is obviously a conference just about Bitcoin. Everything, a whole day is about mining. Chuck, if you're still listening, that's probably the conference that you'd like to go to. All day about mining. And the subsets of the mining conference sessions are, where in the world the cheapest electricity, even if you're in the U.S., how to do it inexpensively. The whole sessions about the different types of, I can't pronounce it correctly, but the different types of units you can buy that are dedicated solely to mining. And then keynote speakers by a number of people that are influential in the Bitcoin world, which is great. But DYOR, DBT, and so forth are not Bitcoin centric. Hold on, I'm getting a processor overload button or warning for some reason. Oh, all the software packages I use recently have updated, and all of them decided to use 20% more CPU power. Let's see what else I got on the list here. A couple of good recent AMAs that we've had. Let me see if I can pull up that list. Where in the world is that list? Had a good one recently with a group called Audit Chain. Audit Chain is developing a protocol to not replace, but supplement the audits that accountants do for producing financial reports for companies. And I thought I had that handy, and I was just going to put it up. But it's not a company doing it. It's just this group of people that put it together, and they're releasing the protocol for free to the great DeFi world. And one of the things that they did, and if we just step back and think about earlier, Jason and Melanie were talking about real world uses of NFTs. A lot of other projects that are not NFTs, but need a utility to survive. Like anything else, memes will eventually die, and real world utilities will come out. This one, the accounting market for corporations is a $600 billion a year market. It's a lot. That's a lot. Think of Accenture, Deloitte and Touche, Ernst and Young, and every other CPA and accounting firm in the Western world. Their industry is $600 billion, and the spin-offs of that probably brings it close to $1 trillion. And there's a group of people trying to interrupt that or disrupt that. And they think that they can bring standards to have the blockchain do a bunch of the reports and do a bunch of the auditing that now people are paid bazillions of dollars to do as consultants for these companies and to standardize things. And one of the things, and I'm bringing this up because it has to do with Tesla, which is always the big talk in this world of crypto, because they're always come up with Elon and so forth. Audit Chain did a test in which they took Tesla's books from the fourth quarter of last year. I believe it was the fourth quarter of last year, and ran it through their base. I can't tell you exactly what it is without listening to an hour-long AMA about it, but ran it through their open source protocols that are on the blockchain for this and smart contracts. And what it took Tesla's accountants 30 hours to prepare. It took this about 30 seconds to run through it, and it found something like 20 or 30 discrepancies from Tesla's books to the generally accepted accounting principles. Like Tesla's book said, we did X and Y, but the generally accepted accounting principles said you have to do things A and B. And so it found those discrepancies, and it did something in a few seconds that takes other human accountants 30 hours to do, something like that. And they were able to go back to Tesla, and of course Tesla ignored them, stuff, and say, we have evidence that you didn't do your books right. And these aren't things like, oh, you're lying about your numbers. It's just how depreciation schedules and other boring accounting stuff, but that over time adds up to a lot of money. And so these are interesting things. We did this AMA and we learned all about it. And these are the things that we're talking about when we start this conversation earlier in the day about NFTs and, monkeys with a banana in their ear and the rarity of that. And like, oh, this one's got a red eyeball or something, like, ooh, it's so rare. Nobody gives a crap about that except wealthy people with a lot of ETH right now. The real market for the blockchains is things like this. If a protocol can be released that can audit companies' books and audit their financial reports, maybe not to the point where they, the companies have to release private information, but financial reports have to show where they comply with generally accepted accounting principles, and these reports can instantly check if it's working right and correct things. And the cool part of it, this is the cool part, is that people like you and me and other people that can learn Solidity can write smart contracts to audit companies' books and to see if they're complying with accounting principles. And you can sell that. You can sell access to it, or you can sell the master keys to the smart contract. So you could write a smart contract that deals with all the rules for depreciation in assets, and then you could charge companies or people or analysts, Tesla has 1 million analysts watching the company. You could say, here are their financial papers, run it through the system, and it does it on the blockchain, and there's 21 validators just like BSC, making sure everything is right and follows the rules, and it's open source. So other people that are not involved with big accounting companies can write smart contracts to go to that can evaluate whether companies are adhering to the rules for accounting and stuff like that. I know it's a little bit of a stretch for these late night with striking things here, especially with a martini or two, but it's really something that could actually revolutionize an industry, just as Uber revolutionized the taxi industry. And it's amazing. And the difference is that Uber is a unicorn, a billions-dollar company. This is just a group of people that put this together, invested in it, and are releasing it for free to the world. But all they did is make, in order to pay the gas for it, you have to buy their token. And so the token instantly, every Fortune 500 company and smaller companies has to buy, these tokens to to power this. It's genius. It really is genius, and I think it has the potential to really disrupt the accounting market, which needs it because it's too paper based. It's too burdensome. And paper based. Obviously everything's Excel spreadsheets and software. It's too human intensive, and it shouldn't be. An audit chain's going to do that. And the guy that runs it, interesting fellow. You can go see the AMA for that on the Space Lounge. It's posted. Hold on, my girlfriend's asking me what time is your show? I'm like, right now. All right, let's go to the. Haven't been paying attention to YouTube and stuff. Welcome everyone on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you for tuning in. Not a lot of people. We've had, since the start of this, about 25 people tune in and then tune out on YouTube, unfortunately. But we'd like you to stay and listen to us on your Saturday night. I realize Saturday night, people, is date night. Don't have a date tonight. My date's in Canada, and I am in Chicago. But I'm sitting here entertaining all of you for a reason. And that's because we want our DYOR token to gain new holders and to gain value. And by sitting here rambling on with you guys and having a martini, we think that can happen. Seriously though, but these shows are good to get people to come on, and we do get good people or good viewers watching them later and learning about things. And that's why I brought up the audit chain AMA. That we recently did. And also did an AMA. DYOR drinking games may work, Alex says. Yes. That would probably get a lot more viewers than talking about what's going on in the market. And I'm sure I could get my son. He goes to St. Louis University. Son, get all your friends. We're going to have drinking games on here. Wow, we've got 20,000 visitors. But anyway, these AMAs that we're doing as part of DBT, and they're buy and burn. We learn a lot. And with Space Lounge, we did one the other day called Anonydocs. Anonydocs? And what Anonydocs does is they investigate the team of a project and make sure their docs is real. Because we've all experienced, and if you've watched any of my Rugged, Ruined, and Wrecked episodes, you've seen me go over projects that rugged, even though they were doxed. Then you go and look into their docs, and the people had fake passports, or photoshopped, and you do a reverse image search, and it's the same person but a different name, or same face but a different name. And LinkedIn, they have LinkedIn profiles, but they have 9 contacts. CEO, visionary, and cryptocurrency. It's been around the cryptocurrency world forever, and they have 9 contacts. You're like, doesn't seem real, because it's not. And what this company does, these two brothers do, Jonah and Jordan, I believe their name was. They're launching their project, and their project is one of the brothers is in human resources. And when they hire executives, they do background checks on them and all that type of stuff. They're bringing that skill to crypto to do background checks on project owners and teams to make sure you don't end up with someone that's running a project that has a criminal record. Say, not just like DUIs or something stupid or got busted for pot or whatever, but something that's serious like financial fraud, like bank fraud or wire fraud or mail fraud, these types of things, or attempted murder, beating up cops, stuff like something that many of these teams, like me, I have not physically met anyone with DYOR or DBT on the team level. I've met Pete Dukes, who lives down the street from me. Famously met him under a billboard. I met a man on the internet under a billboard next to the highway. But we were checking out the DBT billboards. And And even I know Jason very well, and I know Wes very well, and I know Disco very well, and Carmen, and so forth. But many of the projects that start, they'll hire a dev off Solidity or off Fiverr, or they'll hire, someone based on just an introduction. We all got to know each other because of a community, and so we've known each other for a year and got to know each other, and the community knows us, and we really know everything. It's impossible for us to scam each other because we know each other so well. But a lot of new projects don't have that. And so a project can go to Anonydocs and say, hey, I'm the CEO of a project. These are my C-level officers. I've hired this guy on Fiverr. This guy lives in Hungary and is a programmer. And this guy, chief marketing guy, blah, blah, blah. They can go and do a international search for people and make sure their backgrounds check out to who they are, which is very handy. It's very handy in this world because the crypto, that doesn't happen in the banking world. No people with sort of stories get hired into important roles in financial fiduciary responsibility in the banking world. They get hired, based on their long resume and history, and then they're allowed to be one of the people in the control of money. In crypto, it's like, oh, I met this guy in Fiverr. He has the keys to the contract. Now, maybe that was a couple of months ago, and people have wised up after a bunch of thefts. It doesn't happen so much anymore, but it's still, because everybody is remote, you need a service that can help everybody become comfortable with each other quickly. And that's what Anonydocs does. And they're going to be, their token isn't out yet, and they're just starting to provide the service. But it was a very good kind of real-world need AMA that we did recently. And again, I'm telling you about this because, like Jason and Melanie earlier talking about the NFTs and what the future of them hold, the future of them obviously holds things in that you buy the NFT and you get a real world something out of it. And the same with cryptocurrency projects. You need a utility that helps you in the real world. That doesn't mean that helping another aspect of cryptocurrency isn't real world, like an NFT project that helps the metaverse or something like that. That's also kind of the real world because it physically gives you the ability to have a space in a metaverse. What I'm talking about, that these are two examples of projects that have come out in the past, or coming out this month, that have actual needs of people. One, the needs of companies to be able to check on or people, organizations, planners, tax accountants, the government, whomever, to check on the financial papers that people file or companies file to see if they comply with standards. And another one to make sure that the owners of projects comply with doxing, or just in the real world, we'll just call it being a real person and not an effing, blank face. And those are both things that are sorely needed in all aspects of accounting. The way to reduce a $600 billion expense into something that could be actually a profit center instead of just an expense. And then in crypto, making sure that you have decent people on your team is very important. Making sure you have a good martini is also very important. And tonight I have the Bombay Sapphire Martini, and it's delicious. All right, let's head over to social medias here, see what's going on. On Twitch, we've had a couple of comments. Thank you very much. Starting to get a little bit more worthwhile usage on Twitch. Would like that to get a lot better. And YouTube, it's a light night. It always is on Saturday night, especially this time period. Europe is asleep. India is asleep. But Australia, they're awake. And I got to thank, this is my time to thank Janine and Brad from, I think they're in Sydney. But they've been our merch group, and I got my t-shirts. Got my DYOR project t-shirt. I got another shirt that says it's the Major Tom reference to David Bowie's famous song. And I also got the coolest shirt ever that's currently in the laundry, otherwise I'd be wearing it tonight. It's in the Star Wars the style. It says striking balls, kicking chumbaloons in the nuts. And I love that. Alex says, never had a martini. Alex, it's not like scotch, in which it's something that you taste and go, oh, that is awful. How does anyone drink it? I still feel that way about most scotches. But a good martini, whether it's a proper martini, is a gin martini. If you just order a martini in a restaurant, you get a gin martini. But if you're James Bond and you're a vodka martini, you get one made of vodka. And it's like, for this, it's basically, 4 ounces, or 4.5 ounces of vodka. The modern martinis don't have very much vermouth in them. Makes it a little sweeter. I don't mean with sweet vermouth, but it gives it a little other taste. But it's just basically chilled booze that you slowly drink. And my dad has a rule that he taught me. Make sure you take at least an hour to drink it. I violate it routinely. But for this Saturday night, and they're delicious, I might add. You just sip it. You can drink beer. I'm sure at some point in your life you've had plenty of beers and you drank them within seconds of each other. The whole thing with the martini is to enjoy it over time. Race posts a picture of me. Robert Downey Jr. I don't know if I'm jealous or aroused. That was a good one. Comet Scribbles, welcome Comet. Comet's playing the game, the Disco Burn Token game. Comet, if you're listening, if you got anything to plug, come on. I haven't talked to you in a while. For those of you that don't know Comet, he is a fellow YouTuber and goes over projects and for each video he does, it focuses on one project and describes what it does. It goes through their website, goes through their tokenomics, goes through their use case and their community and all that type of stuff. Very good videos. I suggest all of you go and subscribe to his channel on YouTube. Let's see if we can get Comet on here. Best part is that Comet can talk forever. He really can. Let's get him here. All right, Comet. I know you're lurking out there. But Alex and everybody else, I've not yet played the games. I've done the AMAs with Champion, but I've not played their games. KB Well, are you listening? If you are, let me know the scoop with these games. There he is. KB, well, what's going on with these games? They seem to be pretty popular here. And KB, well, you have suffered from that syndrome with cell phones in which it doesn't pick up your own voice very well, but it picks up what everyone's saying in the room around you very well. Anyway, if you get to a quiet spot, come back on and tell me about the games. I'm interested to learn about Champion and how these games are working in our rooms here. Comet says he's on his cell phone. Mike sounds like a wind tunnel. No, I know that. I know that problem. Now we just got to find Wes. Wes, oh Wes, where are you? For those of you that are listening that are in Rebel Traders, one of their core team members is a nice lady from the Netherlands named, I can't pronounce her first name, but her nickname is just Mads. And a scammer has taken to using her name, just like we recently had Disco and Wes and other people. There's a number of them they really went out on a limb with Wes, trying to use his identity to scam people. And I've got now Mads, the scammer, in my DMs. And it was on March 17th, 2 days ago, with the usual intro, "Are you available?" And so I knew it was a scammer, so I said, like, "Any time for you, Mads." She's like, "I need something." Well, the scammer's like, "I need something real quick." And I ignored it for 2 days. And I just responded today. Must not have been that quick. Or they sent me question marks, like, "Are you there?" So it must not have been that quick of a need. So got it right back. "Do you have any assets available to spare for an hour?" It's like every hour for the past 2 days, they've needed my money. Scammers. They don't stop. And the reason they don't stop is because people fall for it. Alex, you just brought up Mike Tyson Punch Out Hard. Man, I played that game. It was a video game with you put quarters in, the old arcade game. And then I played it. What was it on Nintendo? I can't remember if it was on the first ones were on Nintendo or Genesis. Yeah, yes. I think I suffered for 5 or 6 months of getting the crap beat out of me in that game, and then I figured out the tricks for it. And all of a sudden I was able to take Mike Tyson out, and it was like one of the greatest video game days of my life. Kind of crouched down and then jumped up, and this little white guy would punch this huge Mike Tyson. And he hit him enough, his eyes turned to color, and all of a sudden, and he went down. No, I miss those days. Oh, I'm sure that original Nintendo works. The question is, do you have a TV it plugs into? Need that old VGA cord or whatever it was. Let's see what else we got going on here tonight. Who we got in the room here and listening? Not a big crowd tonight. We got Ison from Spain. I think he's in Spain. Actually, it'd be really late for him there. I don't know where Ison is. We got Interested Party here. We got Royce. We got Crypto Mike. Crypto Mike, I think you're in Alberta, if I'm correct. I can't remember. I have abandoned Canada for the U.S. KB Wells giving it a shot again to talk, but the background noise. I think he's enjoying Saturday night with the... Sounds like a rocking party on this, but it's probably just a bunch of family members screaming in the background. And then we got Alex Hall here. Alex, where... You can type in the chat, where are you coming to us from? Picture in your profile is I'm guessing you and your daughter. I remember when my daughter was that age. She is now turning 16. And it seems like only yesterday that picture was her. Montana! Oh, Crypto Mike's in Manitoba. That's right. Do they even have high-speed internet in Manitoba? Sorry, I joke. But one of the people that used to work for me in Ottawa went to work for a testing facility in northern Manitoba. They were in my quality control group. And there is a facility in northern Manitoba that tests engines for jets, for Rolls-Royce and General Electric in cold weather conditions. And both this lady that worked for me and her husband got a job because if one's going to move way up there, they employ the other one just to keep them busy. And it's pretty. I think it's on the border of the. It's not. I can't remember what the border north of Montana or Manitoba is. Whether it's the Yukon or the Northwest Territories. Yeah, your daughter's a year old. Buy her some crypto, put it in a wallet, and forget about it. Then when she gets old enough to go to college, she'll say, "Dad, I'm not going to college. I've got $48 million in the bank." Nunavut. My girlfriend flew first air up to Nunavut one day for a meeting. And I was like, "You're flying all the way. Why don't you stay the night?" She's like, No, we're coming back." And the first picture she sent was of a giant, one of the buildings at the Nunavut airport is literally a giant, an igloo. Obviously, there's a real building inside it, but it's it's a giant igloo. Right, Alex. The piggy bank shouldn't be a piggy bank. It should be a piggy bank wallet, crypto wallet, and then take the 12, delete it from your wallet, and then take the 12 phrase account and give it to a distant relative to hold in their safe. Don't tell them what it's for, or something like that, or put it in a safe deposit box, and then go back and see what XRP or Bitcoin or whatever it is worth in 18 years. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's one that I did not do. I did not heed my own son's advice in buying Bitcoin. All right, where was I? I was checking out the comments from Twitch and YouTube. I did not send it to Facebook today. YouTube has not been very good to us lately. It's not been spreading the word to us, and it's been putting notifications out late. Like my alternate YouTube account. Or I have the DYOR one, but I have my personal one. The personal one gets notifications that we're going live like the next day. Doesn't help at all. The Twitch ones are almost instant, but we don't have a big following on Twitch. Royce, are you done driving for the evening? Or are you still driving? Forever and ever and ever?
I'm done driving, thankfully.
I don't hear the wind blowing anymore.
Drinking some Wild Turkey and Coke.
Wild Turkey and Coke. Is it the 110 proof or 101 proof or what? 90 proof, or is it the regular stuff?
It's actually the newer one. I think it's called American Honey. Really smooth.
American Honey Wild Turkey. I do remember the days of the Wild Turkey. We used to put them, my friends and I used to go skiing in Colorado when we were in college, and we'd put the Boda bags in our coat, fill it with, one person would have Captain Morgan, and another person would have Wild Turkey. And we'd get the 90 or 100 proof or whatever it was. And it was cold, so we'd ski down, and then on the way up, we would ski or on the way up the lift. Hit the Boda bag, hit the wild turkey. And then we all got a laugh when we saw it on, I don't remember which one of the vacation movies, National Vacation or Christmas Vacation, when talked about the daughter being hooked on wild turkey. Jackie's up and at him on YouTube. Jackie says, Coke and rum over here. First person I've ever heard say Coke and rum and not rum and Coke. Funny story about my daughter. Entirely not crypto related, but everyone will enjoy this. She's 15, going on 16 next week, or this week. But I picked her up at a friend's house that had a backyard party. And she just had that look to her face that like, I think my daughter might have sampled something tonight. So I didn't bring it up that night. And next morning we were chatting and stuff like that. And I said, did you happen to sample anything last night? And she's like, and she got this like smiling face. And I said, is there anything that you like in particular? I was talking about, beer or booze. And she just got this really happy face and just relaxed. And she just went like, I like rum. Apparently at the party, there's one of those concoctions where someone makes, rum and some punch of some sort. And of course, everyone likes it. And every 15 and 16-year-old gets hammered. And I remember those days too. But it was funny just being a parent, having your 15-year-old daughter just kind of know she was busted. But really, it was one of those coming-of-age moments anyway, so it wasn't really busted. I was just admitting it. She just smiles and goes, I like rum. Alex says, I'm drinking a very random glob of different drinks I found in the basement fridge. That's otherwise known as, here's the gasoline, here's the Tilex, here's some unknown stuff. What is that? Oh, that's ammonia. Let's just mix them together. That's fine. All right, Wes, where are you? Got to get back into the crypto talk. We've been BSing, waiting for you to show up. Now, to be honest, he never promised that he was going to be here to do his technical analysis, but he's always lurking, so I was hoping that he would be here. Let me go find that crypto news thing that I was talking about. Let's see, where were we on that? What are the things that I wanted to talk about? I guess let's start with what's on the board over here. Alex says, I think I'll do the old late night Bloody Mary. I suggest a late night bourbon instead. Anyway, for those of you that are watching on a screen big enough to see, I realize I've got to readjust my graphics here. Over here, damn it. Over here on my pricing chart, over here at the top now, you can see I have this icon here. It's at 0.7 cents. It's called HedgePay. HedgePay is another group that we've done an AMA with recently. And they have a great platform for making passive income, and they pay very well, and you get very good rewards. And it's not a token that pays based. It's not an investment that pays based on the tokenomics of the coin. It pays based on the operations and profitability of their company, and they pay out 50% of what they earn in rewards. But they also pay out, they also have very good staking pools and that type of stuff. So they're very good. So I added them on here for that. I'm sorry, my hand disappears to point to that. Underneath that, we have DYOR. Our pricing is back in the 9s. It was in the 7s for a while. But I'm hoping this week we will drop that 0 back. get rid of it again and get back on our way back up to our contract 3 launch price. Disco burn token is at 0.6 cents. Them too, after this crypto conference thing, I think we'll have a bunch of new investors, and that will come up. Rebel Traders has been a difficult one ever since they launched. And people from a certain group that we don't really associate with anymore did an intentional sell-off of them, of pre-sales all at once, and hasn't recovered yet from their launch price of about 5 cents, or not 5 cents, but 0.5 cents. But one of the things with Rebel Traders you have to understand that's not reflected in their price is the value of their investments in their community wallet and their investment wallets that are part of the project. So their price doesn't accurately represent the value, just represents the FOMO value of people investing in them. And then, of course, below that here we have BNB at 395. It was up. I think I got it high as 410 recently in the past day or two. Let's find out about that. Bitcoin pushing 42. We really need to see Bitcoin in the 50s. If Bitcoin can get in the high 40s, then move up into the 50s, all would be good with everything. It wouldn't just be a little 10% increase and stuff. It would be a big thing. And then below that we have Cardano at 88 cents, ETH at pushing $3,000 again, but at 29.18. Maddox at $1.50, holding out, and XRP has got as low as 59 cents recently, I believe. I think it was 59 cents. Back up to 81 cents. Disco, you should be happy about that. Obviously, these things are available for everyone to track, but the reason I have these up here is there's a subset of altcoins that I think are important, that a lot of people have invested in, that are in our projects. And I kind of change up the bottom, or a couple of the altcoins every now and then, and I change up the DeFi ones up on top. I've added, like I said, I've added HedgePay and added Rebel token and got rid of another crappy token a while ago. And I'm sure it'll change up as our investment stuff kind of changes and new projects come and go. But that HedgePay one is really a good one. It's a good one. I shouldn't say the guy, I should say the team behind it, but the lead guy, Mason, behind it's a good guy, and has invested plenty of his own money in the project, didn't rely on a pre-sale or anything like that. They developed they're a project. They have 65 smart contracts. It's not just 1, 2, or 4, but 65. And so they got a lot going on. They got a lot going on there. And I'm not going to do a not financial advice thing, because obviously it is financial advice. I'm not a registered broker and all that kind of BS. But you should go buy them. But really, you should obviously buy DYOR first. Never forget that. Well, let me see what's going on with Twitch. We've had some new people come and go, and I want them to comment. All right, you Twitch people, all 4 of you watching right now. Let's see some comments. Ask some questions. And Jackie, how's that Coke and rum? I do have a question. Is it mostly Coke or is it mostly rum? Alex, I'm with you. You say my liquor shelf is quite disappointing. I'm with you. My not only is my liquor shelf disappointing too, it's just focused on one thing because I'm not spending a lot of time in one spot lately. But my liquor shelf is like my crypto wallet recently. It's just disappointing. This crypto winter needs to go away. Anyone else agree with that? Just needs to go away. We need to have some appreciation in the market. We need to have some projects that when they're launched do well instead of languishing. And we need investors to believe in the good projects that are fully doxed and have a real utility and things like that. To invest in them instead of just investing in Shiba Butnu, that type of stuff. Jackie says, I'm on number 2. And it's mostly rum. He says you should see my liquor shelf. Apparently, Jackie, apparently you're part of Texas demands a good liquor shelf. Well, I toast to that. All right, I've got a couple of notes here and things I wanted to reinforce that what... I'll stand up for a second here instead of sitting. Things that Jason and Melanie were talking about earlier. Going on with DYOR. One of the things that has happened recently is part of our long-term trust wallet problem and getting the pricing to display correctly is that we've begun recommending using other wallets. We've begun recommending using SafeMoon Wallet, SafePal, MetaMask, and other types of wallets and that type of stuff. And we go over I've gone over this a number of times on my show, and I've gone over it on other people's shows and talked about it. And the thing to remember about wallets, and just as Jason said earlier, is that the wallet that you have on your phone is only a viewer to the blockchain. There's nothing actually stored on your phone that has anything to do with money. Your private keys for your wallet are here that enable you to trade on behalf. But most of them, like SafePal, most modern wallets, you can put in any address and view the accounts or the holdings of that wallet because all that's public information. Trust Wallet has not been good to us with that, and they have, for our new contract, have not put our pricing up, and it's driving people crazy. So we've recommended using other wallets, and other people have taken that to heart and said, all right, I will use a new wallet. I will go to SafePal, and they've created a new wallet account, new address, and then transferred their holdings there, and then complained because they got hit with tokenomics for the 10% tax going into that. And what we try to tell people is that you don't need to do that. The wallet's a viewer, whether you use one wallet or the next or another one. It doesn't matter which wallet you use. Your holdings are the same. You just need to import your wallet via your seed phrase, and it will show the same thing in Trust Wallet as it does in SafePal. But SafePal correctly draws our price. Trust Wallet does not. So don't transfer your wallet and just re-import it. It's the same thing. In fact, you can go on to GitHub and download a bunch of files and develop your own wallet. Just to view a wallet, it's very simple. I think there's one thing you need to install and turn into an app. If you want to trade, it's much more complicated and develop a safe and secure wallet. But there's no need to transfer your holdings from one wallet to another and get docked that tokenomics. And for DYOR, it's only 10%. But some projects, there's a lot of projects out there that are high rewards that have a 20, 24%, or are variable. And the day you want to transfer something is the day they have it at 40%. And then there's other ones like Pete Dukes. If you're listening, you're not, but you should be. One of the things that you brought up a while ago on one of the shows was that you don't like to connect to web applications or Web3 applications, Wallet Connect applications for websites with your wallet, because you don't want to suffer what happened to Doug and a couple other people a number of times. The site that you connect to turns out to be nefarious and then steals everything from your wallet. You would like to use a new wallet, connect to the site, and then transfer everything to your primary wallet without the tax. And people have listened to that now. And I'll mention HedgePay again because I'm have them highlighted here. They have developed their own system to do that. And I'm not sure how it works, but you're allowed to do transfer-free stuff in their ecosystem. Or there's no tax in the transfers. So you can, if you want to connect your wallet to something else and stake one of the things in it that has to do with HedgePay in their ecosystem, you can immediately do it and then close that wallet and forget it. Transfer it out for free. So people are listening to that and trying to up the security, because it would be really nice, especially with DYOR, if we could do that. Actually, it'd be especially nice if you could do that with BUSD and BNB and other types of things that you've used to buy. I'm sorry, not for the native token, but when you've used BNB or BUSD to buy something or claim it, and you get the native token back, and then the project turns out to be a scam, you'd rather have it be just in a regular wallet, or a brand new wallet instead of a regular one. Sorry, I'm looking at two different notes about this topic right now. I used to have this great kind of teleprompter-like thing that I put my notes on and had it up next to the camera. But that's in Canada. And the license, it's one of those stupid things for it that it only works on one computer and it doesn't transfer. Like I have other software that I can use. I have one license for it, but I can use it anywhere. I just say, oh, I activate this computer, deactivate the other one. But the teleprompter stuff one only worked on one. I'm not paying for it again. But I kept my notes straight. All right, what else is going on here tonight? But that wallet transfer tax was one of the things I wanted to talk about. If you haven't got the chance, go over and check out the Space Lounge and become a member there. We have a lot of AMAs. We host the DBT. I'm not just pitching another project, but we host the DBT weekly AMAs over there. A lot of good information there, a lot of good projects. And then we also have a lot of other AMAs going on. And lots of good BS. Lots of good BSing going on. Carmen is over there a lot, posting and talking about stuff. Oh yeah, let's talk about Carmen's recent chit chat. Crypto chit chat with Carmen. Carmen, where are you? Where in the world is Carmen Crypto? I've pinged her, see if she shows up. But she's got a new, let's see, let's pull up her YouTube channel here. The Crypto Chit Chat. Oh, that's right. Her latest one is with Rebel Traders. And I was just talking to you about Rebel Traders earlier here because I told you why they were on my list. But I highly suggest all of you, and I will grab the link to that. There's her voice, and post it. Post it everywhere for everybody that they should go do that. I'll post it here. Crypto a Chit Chat. This will give you good insight to their project and their community. It's just all of you go. Let's see, where are we here? There we go. But the Carmen's podcasts recently been very good. Hosting Rebel Traders. She did one with her own team with Disco Burn Token to get some insight on how the whole thing started. Did a great one with Affinity recently, and with their Chief Marketing Officer, Captain Pound Town. And also with Diamond Dallas of Crypto Blast. And then also did a great one with Military Finance. And then did another one with CEO of DGEM Token and Exchange Jewel. It's just good ones in which he gets everyone to talk about how they got involved in crypto, and then of course to talk about their projects and things like that. But it's not so much as a shill project or a shill podcast for people's projects. It's really a podcast to get people talking about how they got into crypto, what their values are, how they trade, the good things and the bad things about it, and how they see the market and crypto evolving. So I highly suggest everyone Crypto a Chit Chat with Carmen. Hold on, I gotta respond to a couple of direct messages here. No, I don't have any assets available. Sorry. No, I can't help you out right now. No, I don't want to hire you to do trending services. No, I don't want to be on your crappy exchange in Tajikistan. I love these. All right, what else is going on here? I do have an expiring warranty on my my vehicle. Oh, well, it looks like I just got an offer. Thank you, Alex. Yes, I'd like to talk about my vehicle's extended warranty from someone in China. I've always wondered why many of those came from a Chinese accent salesperson. Never understood that. No to the person that just asked me about what I was talking about, the wallets. They sent me a direct message saying, can they actually hold their tokens in their wallets and then turn their phone off and everything is safe? No, that's not how it works. I think you're confusing that topic with cold storage wallets, in which you have a wallet set up that is a software wallet. And then what you do is you have basically a USB drive. And then what it does is it takes the private keys. Like in any wallet, in Trust Wallet, if you go into the settings and then the features, the three dots for any of the wallets you have in Trust Wallet, you'll see a section that says, show me my private keys. And those private keys are actually what allow you to trade on the blockchain, because that's those long private keys is the private side of the encryption key. And what it does is it takes those out of that software wallet, not Trust Wallet, but the hardware solution you choose. Takes it out of the software wallet and stores it on the USB key. in an encrypted format. And so you still have your software wallet, but you can't do anything with it. You can't trade. It turns into basically a view-only mode. You can't do anything until you take that USB key, put it back in, and transfer the private keys back in, or at least authorize the wallet to use the private keys stored on the USB wallet. So that's how those work. It's not a thing where you turn your phone off and your stuff is safe. That is a common misconception in crypto about things that it's on my phone, so it's safe. I turn my phone off and it's fine. It's not. Really, I'm guilty of it too on my regular phone that I carry around. My Trust Wallet, or one of my Trust Wallet with some of my wallets is in it. So if someone were to steal my wallet or steal my phone, it would be a pain in the ass to deal with. But I obviously have all my phrases backed up. Not on this phone. But really, I highly suggest everybody, if has a separate phone or a separate device with your Trust Wallets on it, and that phone you don't use for email, you don't use for surfing, you don't use for clicking on anything, because then that phone can't get hacked. Because if your phone gets hacked in any other way, by clicking on a stupid link, and then that the people have just root access to your phone, they don't need your passwords. When you open your Trust Wallet and it's open, then they have access to your phone. They can transfer anything out. Anything out they want. So if you're really security conscious, like Chuck Jansen was just on here talking about earlier, he had a little freak out about wallets and thought he might have lost a bunch of his wallets, but then put everything back in through the re-import your wallet process. Point being is that have a backup. But if you're going to carry your phone around all the time and it's your only place you have all of your wallets, you're getting ready to get set up here for a disaster. Great, one of my lights is blinking on me. And in fact, here in Chicago, I don't know if you know, but we have a carjacking problem here. And the carjacking problem is to the point, it's not just a carjacking problem, it's a carjacking and robbery problem, in which people will come up, put a gun to you and say, give me your phone, your car keys and all that. And then they say, unlock your phone. And you think, oh, my phone is locked. Nobody can get to it. It's got Face ID. It's got whatever. Someone puts a gun to you. You're going to unlock your phone, right? That's pretty easy. Oh, yeah, here you go. But they're also doing, now they've evolved to the point where people say, unlock your phone. Now, what payment services do you have on here? Oh, you've got Cash App, you've got PayPal. All right, send this address, this email address, $500 or whatever the maximum amount you're allowed to sell. And because those people have all their payment services on their phone, all that stuff disappears. And with PayPal and a couple other ones, you can say, hey, you can go to them and file a claim and say, that was not right. I was under duress. Guy had a gun to my head, and they may be able to retrieve it or reverse it. But it won't be long before these guys are saying, hey, you've got BNB, transfer it here. And then they send it off to an account. Or you've got ETH, and it goes into Tornado Cash. And now that PayPal is doing cryptocurrency, and all the other money transfer people will do the same thing, is that the people that are now sticking gun to people's heads, taking your cars, taking your wallet, and taking your phone, and taking what's in your Cash App, will also say, I want your BNB. So your primary phone, don't carry everything around. If you have a separate crappy phone at home that you use for it. Let's see. Alex says, my coworker has a gold Bitcoin that was given to him by a friend years ago and was told to keep it safe. So he framed it to hang in his office. He says that has a slot on the side, and I've been trying to get him to unlock it and see what's stored on it. I would do that. I bet you there's either just a file in there that says, haha, made you look, or there's someone's original Bitcoin wallet on there that has 10 Bitcoin or 10,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, comment with that emulation machine. That's what everyone does. I remember the first time I loaded one of those up and I saw could play, Asteroids and Space Invaders and Missile Command. All those original arcade games. I was like, yes! Even Donkey Kong and Congo Bongo. All my favorites. If you never played Congo Bongo on the arcade game, you don't know what you're missing. All right, what else we got here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? I have fun rambling on. But I do need to get a drink refill, so if you stand by for a second here, I will be right back. Enjoying my nice elevator hold music. Yeah. All right, ladies and germs, I have reloaded here. Went for a simple gin and tonic. Actually, I lied there. I didn't go for a gin and tonic. I went for a gin and a San Pellegrino because I'm out of tonic, but some fuzzy water anyway. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Let's go find that chart. The other day I did a here on the DYOR network. I did a had military finance on, and they were just booming. They had their big. They went to the Dubai trade shows that are going on this week. They were just booming. They spent, I think, $150,000 on their marketing efforts there. Hold on, let me get the screen capture going here. Here we go. Here's the military finance chart. The past couple of weeks. Of course, PooCoin loading. And they had a big pump a while ago. Why am I not in front of this? Anyway, they had a big pump a while ago, and the price came down, it sold off, and then they announced their big marketing efforts, and you can see this big green boost up here going on. And they went to Dubai, they flew the team out, had some yacht parties, had Crypto Market Coin Weekly magazine. Is that what I don't think I Crypto Coin Market, Crypto Market Coin. Sorry guys, I'm not getting your name right. They were on the cover of their magazine. They're handing those out all over the show. It was their big coming out party. They're getting ready for their Mill ETH launch. And then during basically the big time where everyone was watching their project, this happened. In the largest single half hour or 1 hour period in their entire time, they've been around about 10 months. They're their largest single sell-off ever, right when all the eyeballs were on it. During the trade show, during their marketing campaign, during everything, they had a holder sell-off many billions of tokens for thousands of dollars. And I bring this up because this is a good example of things you need to manage in your project when you're doing a big marketing campaign. People plan their ad expenditures. People plan their expenditures for travel. People plan expenditures for, the marketing or trending services they buy and that type of stuff, which I might add are illegal on pretty much any website based in the United States. But what they don't plan on is having money in the bank, in the pocket, ready to support their token and be a market maker when someone sells. And after doing a little research and talking to the team here, there was mostly one person that sold out here, and they did it because they had an ego problem. And we all invest based on our risk management and our desire to make money. There's a lot of people unfortunately in crypto that do it because of their ego. They get the whale status, and they say, "Hey, I'm the important person in this project. I'm more important than the team members, and you should pay homage to me." And Military Token was worried about this guy, and they actually got him to put in writing saying that he wouldn't do this and wouldn't sell like this. Obviously a worthless document, but still an effort nonetheless. And during the event, he wasn't included. He didn't get flown out to Dubai. He wasn't a VIP or anything like that. And so right when they're at the height of their visibility, they're just starting their big yacht party with the VIP investors, in which on the boat they had a method for people to invest many hundreds of thousands of dollars. This guy started dumping. And the team should have been ready for that. And I've told them this already. I'm not dumping on them or anything. I'm saying, hey, this is things you need to pay attention to. They should have been ready for this and countered it with buys in order to stop that. In crypto, crypto is based on liquidity pools, which are only a fraction of the market caps. And the market cap is not representative of the value of the project. It's the liquidity pool. And so when people with a lot of tokens sell, it affects that liquidity pool and then affects your price greatly. And that's what happened. And so the team should have also had in their budget price support. So when you do, if you're a project listening to this, there's not, from looking at the viewers here, there's not other independent projects, but I get a lot of replays on this from people. You need to plan on price support during this. And the guys from Military Token were quite honest. They're like, this is just a small blip. We're a long-term project. And this will only be one of those small little things in the greater chart. And I agree with that completely. But the point is that during this event, you want to have good metrics and good return on investment for the $150,000 you spend flying the team out to Dubai and doing all of this stuff. And I'm like I said, I'm not picking on that. I'm just saying this is a good example of it. You want to be able to also show that green is involved, because when you have new investors in crypto, the first thing they look at is this chart here. This chart. Usually I have this graphic behind me. I don't know why it's in front of me, and I can point to it. The first thing is the chart, and we all do this. We all say, oh, that's a good project. Even if I said, oh, look over here on my side, I got HPay and DBT and Rebel Traders. The first thing you're going to do is go look at their chart. And if the chart doesn't pass your sniff test, you're not going to invest in it. And your sniff test may be based on nothing but your personal biases and not anything to do with finances. But that's fine. That's how it works. And we all know that because PooCoin has drummed it into our heads. If you see red, wait. Wait. And then the price will go down further. The person will sell out, and then you buy. Which is, of course, is a good strategy. But when your coin is pumping and you actually are telling people, that you have all this marketing that is driving your price higher, and you want it to drive it higher because of the money you're spending, you have to support that. And you have to support it with buying your own token if somebody, one of your insiders, decides to sell. And not only that, but selling for kind of it's just terrible. They have the big thing. They're a great project. Military Finance is a great project. They got their ETH coin coming out. There's a lot of money in ETH coins out there for good projects, and they had someone dump on them. It's a good example of planning for the worst every time you try to do something good. We got D posting, got a high score of 40. On the champion game, on the Disco Burn Token champion game. Still haven't played any of those games. VK, welcome. Dr. VK 1980. Welcome into the DYOR chat. Just realized the bar here still says crypto coffee. Gonna need to change that. See if we can. See if I know how to do that. Oops. There we go. Don't think I actually know how to change that. The title of the chat. Group info. Oh, there it is. Edit video chat title. All right, for those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch, for that brief moment, I had it on, did turn it on Facebook. I'm going to turn that off because I'm going to be switching over to the Space Lounge to have a longer Saturday night. See where that goes. So if you want to continue watching and rambling and bringing up the topics, come on over to the Space Lounge, and I'll be on over there. I won't be on YouTube when I'm on Space Launch, but I will be on Twitch. And for those of you that are not subscribers to Twitch, please go to Twitch, search DYOR Media, and become a follower, subscriber, whatever. Please do that. I think I only have 40 subscribers. We need about 200 to start being taken seriously over there. In future broadcasts, I will start putting links out. I'm going through my list of things. There's obviously a bunch of things to talk about, but as it gets late here on Saturday with a low amount of people watching, we'll save those topics for later. All right, so if you're watching here, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But I'm going to be turning this off now and switching over to the Space Lounge in about 10 minutes. So come on over there. And if you don't know how to get over there, just search Space Lounge in the search bar up top here in Telegram. Thank you, Alex, for commenting so much. You are our prolific poster here tonight. Royce, thank you for the Wild Turkey comments. Appreciate it. And Jason and Melanie, thank you for Crypto Coffee Chat. That's the lead in for this. So I'll see you guys later in the Space Lounge. I'm kind of already in the Space Lounge here anyway, but just broadcasting on the DYOR network. The laters.